Okay, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On Point EDC. Today I have a really cool review for you guys from Arno Bernard. No, not Arno Bernard knives, but actually Arno Bernard pens. Of course, this brand produces products that are made in South Africa. They're a premium knife maker offering freehand hollow ground blades that are heat treated and polished to ensure absolute quality, producing near custom knives at high-end production prices. The success of their knives ultimately inspired the Bernard brothers to launch Arno Bernard pens in 2024, enabling worldwide shipping so that customers across the globe could have a piece of Africa crafted by their hands. Starting from humble beginnings, handcrafting knives, the Bernard brothers leveraged technological advances and customer-focused business philosophy to grow their product line from knives to pens, bringing quality African craftsmanship to writing instrument enthusiasts around the world. Their journey reflects a commitment to blending tradition with innovation. Now, we're actually going to be looking at one of their pens, and within that custom pen space, some key characteristics and design language, of course, you're going to want to look for are going to be a unique design language, something that is fun and fidgetable in terms of evacuation, and of course, premium materials and construction. This is their Assegai bolt action titanium pen, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that as well as I could, but essentially it's like a spear in African, and it's pretty much crafted for those who appreciate the beauty of fine writing instruments. The Assegai bolt action pen is a masterpiece of form and function. Meticulously engineered from durable titanium, this premium pen combines exceptional craftsmanship with a captivating bolt action mechanism that provides a tactile, real feel with every use, and this is actually nicely equipped with a Schmidt EasyFlow 9000M refill. These actually are starting at $165 for the standard flat end cap, plus about 30 to 40 additional dollars if you want to get some of these really cool inlay caps that the brand was nice enough to send along. So with all that said, let's go ahead, zoom out the perspective, get this piece in hand, and take a closer look. Okay, now before we dive in, of course, I want to have everything kind of reboxed up so you guys can get an idea of how this is packaged, because this is a new brand to the market, so packaging is a huge part of that. But before we dive in, of course, let's go ahead and do a quick customary wristwatch check. Of course, my channel is mainly known for watch reviews, so today I do have this beautiful Vulcan Nautic Skin Diver in this dealer exclusive colorway, and it is fantastic. So look forward to a future review here. And for those of you that are here for the pen content or EDC, kind of related knife content, just know that, of course, the lens in terms of the fit and finish, I'm going to be applying is even a higher level than your typical EDC stuff because, of course, big watch fan. So when it comes to, fine finishes and transitions and bevels and everything like that, I definitely do have a very keen eye for that. But so before we dive into the pen, quickly about the brand and the knives that they make, guys, just to go ahead and showcase just how beautiful this is. My gosh, the hand satin finish on that blade is gorgeous. The inlays, the micro bevels, guys, everything here is done to just such a high spec and level, down to, of course, this milled pocket clip. And those of you who are again new to the channel, tons of awesome knives have come through here, nice pens and everything, but there are always some that are going to stand out. And this knife is right up there with my Rockstead Chris Reeve. Really, really beautiful produced knife there, and just beautifully smooth, guys. Oh my, yes. And then let's look at the crown spine, the jimping, just again, it's those fine little details that you don't necessarily have to do, and you can still have a knife and enjoy it. But when they go the extra level like this, of course, it's something that for the right person, the right buyer, the connoisseur can take it up and really appreciate those fine little details. So I think the same goes for this pen, guys. A lot of beautiful details to really take in here, guys. The actuation on here, that's got to be the smoothest bolt action pen I've ever experienced, guys. And I've experienced a lot of great ones. I just didn't know that they could be this good. I mean, this action is insane. So that's going to mean that, you know, of course, the spring tension, the finishing around where the points of contact are between the body and this beautifully integrated pocket clip. I mean, it's just so smooth. So really, really beautifully done there, guys. Very, there's no gap as well, which is nice, which explains why there's a bit of extra cap here, of course, because you just don't want to have anything vacuuming in, any grime. So here, the lube on there is just beautifully executed. Smoothness, of course. Get the nice tactile grip here, the grip section of a pen. It is equipped with a Schmidt EasyFlow 9000, so it's not like I'm going to be testing the writing because, hey, it's a Schmidt EasyFlow. It's one of the better, refills that are out on the market, and that's kind of how I do all my EDC-related pen stuff. And I got to say, very, very impressed with this piece. But one thing you're going to notice is that the end cap does have a little screw there, a little hole there, basically machined so that you can actually swap this out. But let's see what you can swap it out with, at least take a closer look. And we can start with this beautiful packaging, AB, Arno Bernard, Average Bros. That just works out. Big shout out to Arno Bernard for sending this piece over. They actually did include a couple stickers that were in the box, but after reloading and unloading the box, those kind of made their way out. Really cool leather slip here that you can place your pen inside. Brand new. Of course, you are going to have to break it in. I've put the pen in it once just to make sure that it fit. It's a snug fit, but it's going to fit. And then, of course, the more you use it, the more it's going to break in. But, I mean, this pen is so nice. I don't know if I would want to store it in something that just covers it up completely. And then, again, well thought out packaging. Check this out. Also, you get the two-tone there. You have, check this out. All of these beautiful end caps. Fantastic. So we can pop those out. Really well packaged. Okay. Awesome little commemorative challenge coin type of little coin there. Very, very nice. Of course, the name translates to spear. So it's an African spear. Very cool. And of course, the Marine Corps part of my brain wants to go to, weapons of opportunity. If anything hits the fan, it's nice to have some, a solid bludgeoning tool always ready, to use as needed. And then you lift that up, check that out. And then you're also going to be getting some additional gaskets here, as well as springs. And even you can see how the insert is going to be stored, and you get this nice little tool. Check that out. So very, very nice, very, very clean. So with that said, let's actually kind of clear off the tabletop here and get into swapping some of these out. All right, now that everything is a little bit clearer, of course, it's going to give the camera less to be distracted by in terms of the autofocus. So check this out. Very nice, very clean. And you can see there, everything is just buttoned down really beautifully. The nice thing is you're going to have the tool included. So we'll get that lined up. And for a little extra torque, you do have these nice thumb pads here. Then, of course, once it's going, you got that. So you can get a little bit of torque for the beginning, and of course the end when you're really tightening it down. The nice thing about the flat end cap is it's the cheapest option, and it's also the shortest option. It doesn't add any additional height. I mean, that's the standard height. And then you take something like this beautiful ironwood insert, and the nice thing is because of the grips that they've machined in, you can actually just hand tighten that. And look at this. I want you to notice something as I get this hand tightened. See the seam there? Just keep an eye on that seam. Oh, you might have lost it. So yeah, this is machined to a very, very high standard, the high tolerance. It's beautiful. And the nice thing is, of course, yeah, you might see a little bit of skin from my fingertips in there from tightening it. But I mean, otherwise, this thing is just immaculate. So very, very cool. And I like that you do get, of course, that additional grip, so that when you're actually extracting this from your pocket, it even adds a nice little feature there. So it's not just pure form. It does add some nice functional grip there. So in terms of that tactile engagement, and again, the nice thing is you can hand tighten these ones. So that's really cool. We can swap out the others here. Here we go. This really cool kind of lightning strike carbon fiber. Again, I wouldn't be, wouldn't be surprised if you thought this was just a single monoblock barrel because of how tight the tolerances are on this. It is just really, really beautiful. Check that out. And again, if you do happen to have, matching inlays on one of your knives, it takes it to the next level in terms of just really feeling, like a complete set. And I like that idea of themes executed at a very high level thematically. It just makes the products feel more complete. And I do think that they do have such a beautiful design aesthetic that's intrinsic to their brand, in terms of the Arno Bernard brand being very clean, modern, mixture of classic design too. And just that crossroads and that intersection of what they're able to create in terms of something that of course feels new, but also feels quite classic and timeless. My goodness, check that out. And then of course you got that fat carbon with the red accents there. So very, very cool. But guys, for me, as much as I love these end caps, I do enjoy the actual lower height of this guy right here. And of course, I don't want to pinch my thumb skin into that groove. I can tighten it up here. You can see thumb pad's nice. Then I can just give it a quick little wipe here off camera. And there you go. So back to basics. So the cool thing is, again, when you're upcharging, right, and you're paying more for these inlays, the nice thing is that the cheapest option is a clean option. It's not just the cheap one. Some people might actually prefer the length, the more minimalist setup there. And I think that that's really cool the way that they did that. So we'll go ahead and clear all these little pieces off here, guys. Again, just to kind of make sure that the camera is focusing on the right things at the right time. Now, yeah, I think this is a great height and length and thickness, 10 millimeters thick, 5.3. I mean, I like to stay right within that range, about 5 inches in terms of an EDC pen, so it can be pocketable and still feels quite natural in the hand. So something you can also have at a desk. At right about 1 ounce, 1.09 ounces, I think that's great. Ergonomics in hand, really light, but balanced and lovely. I mean, it's light in terms of it being titanium, but in terms of, it has a heft to it that, of course, you're not going to find in a plastic pen. I'm a lefty, and this wasn't designed for me. In particular, it's not like this is a left-handed execution, but it works beautifully. And I have to say, again, that actuation is just quite addicting. The sound, it's just very crisp, very clean, and just again, there's just smooth. It's absolutely beautifully smooth. And at the end of the day, it's a pen. It's not like there's that many components for me to really target in on. So we'll try to get to some closing thoughts here. In terms of closing thoughts, yeah, light and balanced in hand, lovely bolt action integration there with the pocket clip, ultra smooth, built to extreme tolerances, and finished to absolute perfection, right, in terms of that fit and finish, that beautiful satinization that you have there. In pocket, still slim, nice and compact silhouette, closer to a standard pen than many bulkier customs. And there's nothing wrong with some of those bulkier ones. I think some people go for that on purpose. You like to feel that, but I say this straddles that line a lot nicer, to where I think traditional pen enthusiasts will like this one outside of just the EDC community. In terms of model variants, that's definitely to be determined. This is the first iteration, and man, I'm blown away. So for now, it's just the end cap options in terms of how you can kind of customize it, or really spec it out for yourself. Definitely check the site details for availability and any other future updates. And then when you get into comparable models, guys, there's a lot of bolt action pens on the market. While many are targeting a particular price point, say around $100, the Assegai, it just stands out as a passion project, targeting excellence and not a market demographic. And I think that's cool within any, product line, whether it be knives, whether it be watches, whether it be pens. So there's nothing wrong with being value oriented and looking for that market, knowing that, hey, there are people that are willing to pay X amount for something around this spec, this quality, and kind of building around that. But I love that there's just, they kind of took this outside of EDC lens on this, and more expensive pens within that space are going to be much less advanced, more classically lacquered brass constructions, and they've been charging a premium for brand names that are built mostly on longevity and popularity, while the Bernard brothers built their brand name on the objectively high level of quality and execution of their pocket knives. So that's another beautiful thing here, where their brand reputation, everything about Arno Bernard is based on objective quality and excellence. So for me, guys, bottom line, if you like the design here, right, like if you just think this is not a great design and you wouldn't want to carry that, you wouldn't want to lay that out in your flat lay Instagram EDC photos, then yeah, it's probably not for you. But if you like the design, I think you'll be absolutely blown away by the quality and the ultra smooth action. So not just the fit and finish as you look at it closer, and just inspecting every little machining line and just every little finish there. You're going to be impressed that way. But then once you have it in hand, you're going to be impressed with the way that it feels, the smooth nature of that bolt action, the tactile engagement of these little grip threads, and just how everything, again, it just comes together absolutely beautifully. So big shout out to Arno Bernard for sponsoring this particular episode by sending this pen in for review so that I could share it with you all. So let me know what you all think down in the comments below. If you like the video, please do hit like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.